Alright, hi guys. I have decided that today's pattern is going to be this Indecifleur by Carlos Cano. Mostly because I find it to be intriguing and it looks more complicated than I think it is. So I'm going to do like he's done here and do it that size. But I'll start out showing you it starts out with a dot grid, and you guys know that I have issues with a dot grid, so I'm not going to start with a dot grid. I'm going to start with just a grid, but that's just me. You guys do whatever you need to do. You do you, boo boo, right? So it starts with a dot grid, then diagonally you're going to go and make this rice shape like this, and then you're going to make the rice shape again diagonally going the other way, which ends up making this basically a flower of life sort of a thing here, with another one on top of it here. So you've basically done your whole pattern once you get to this spot, and then you're doing embellishing, and he shows a variety of variations. This is some variations for putting in the central flower, some variations for the lateral flower, some variations for the aura. So the sample shows the aura being here in a rectangular form, and then this kind of a flowery shape, this first one here, in here, and then it shows three petal, sort of a three petal, kind of like this one in here. So it's up to you how you want to embellish. So here's one where it's just one by itself, and here's one where it's got overlapping ones. And I think that's where I'm going to go with this and see what happens. So let me turn on my light and decide what size paper I'm going to use. This one. If I do that, I'm going to need, it's going to be kind of small. I think I want it bigger. We'll go with this one. Okay, so I'm going to make myself a regular grid. Didn't know I had sounds on. Didn't know I had sounds on, sorry. Okay. That way, each of these intersections is where my dot would be if I was making a dot grid. But I'm not very good at dot grids, so that's what I did. Then grab my pen, and I am going to, from corner to corner, I'm going to do diagonally these rice shapes. And I'm just going to do it on the whole thing and see what happens. Like that. Okay, I'm just going to fill this sucker up with this diagonal rice shape. How was your guys' holidays? As you probably know, I was on vacation. We took a short Ensenada cruise. That was good. We enjoyed ourselves. Brought my niece with us. She was able to, she didn't have to go back to work until the week after New Year's, so she came with us. That was nice. And my brother and sister-in-law got bumped up to the penthouse suite, which was super huge. It was probably the size of, I would say, 6 or 8 rooms, regular cabins. It was crazy big. I think their closet was bigger than our whole cabin. It was amazing. Okay, so then we're going to turn it, and we're going to do the same thing going the other direction. And that should make, I did it right, that should make our shape. So we really enjoyed ourselves, had some time off. I got really sick over Christmas though, and so did my husband, and ended up with a sinus infection. I really didn't feel well. I was going to come back from vacation and draw last week, and I just couldn't do it. I wasn't feeling well, and so I didn't. So that's how I got so far behind, like I said on my last video. And I'm just not going to even stress over it and try to catch up. I'm just going to, you know, move forward in a slightly different manner. And I'm good with that. I feel better about it today than I did yesterday. I think some of that has to do with settling back into drawing. So, you know what this is? This is pretty simple. Pretty much it's just an overlapping pattern. It's doing one pattern on top of another, basically. Some people have started doing that, and I find it really fascinating, and I may try that on one of my videos, is to take 2 patterns and do one and then do another one right on top of it. I'm not sure I can pull that off, but I'm gonna maybe try. There we go. There it is. And now we just embellish however we feel led to embellish. I'm going to erase my grid so that it doesn't distract me. Just like that. And I'm thinking that perhaps I will just do this aura. So I think the aura is part of the overall look of this pattern. So I'm going to do that. I'm hoping my son has not locked me out of the house. He tends to do that. He forgets that I'm outside in my studio, and then he locks the sliding door to the backyard. Luckily, I have my phone with me, and I can call him and say, "You've locked me out again." I heard him go into the garage, but I haven't heard the sliding door open yet, which probably means that he has not locked me out. I'm hoping. I think if I do them all one direction first and then the other, I will not miss one. I felt like I was tending to want to miss one over here, so just going to do it this way. And I'm going to turn it. Got a little close there, but oh well. You know what I love most about being on a cruise is not having to think about food. It's so nice to be able to just say, you know, I'm hungry, and go get something to eat, and it's already prepared and it's ready to go and it's hot, and you don't have to think about it. That is just so nice, because I don't like to cook. I'm not a very good cook. I don't like to cook. So, what's that? So, I'm trying to decide which one of these little embellishments to do. I think I'm going to do just this. Like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. So being able to just say, you know, I'm hungry, time to eat, and just go get something to eat was really such a delight. That, not having any particular schedule. We didn't book any excursions or anything. We just didn't have a schedule in particular. Yeah, there were things on the cruise, you know, things that were scheduled for certain times, but we didn't have anything pre-planned. So we could just do whatever we were inclined to do at the moment. And that is so rare nowadays, to be able to just do whatever you want to do at the moment and not have anything planned out. It's so relaxing. And I was really loath to come back. That, and trying to remember that you have to pay when you go to a restaurant is also a thing when you get off a cruise ship. It is, it's a thing. Because you're so used to just going in and sitting down and having this lovely sit-down meal in the quote-unquote restaurant, in the main dining room, and ordering off a menu, and then you go to a regular restaurant at home and it's like, oh yeah, I have to pay for this. It would be lovely if life was all-inclusive, wouldn't it? I'm imagining heaven like that. All-inclusive. maybe it's not anything like that at all. Maybe it's so far and different from what we experience here on Earth that we have no way to comprehend what it will be like. And I imagine that that's probably more accurate. It's probably nothing like life here, because I'm thinking to myself, you know, if it was all inclusive, then still people would be working, who would be serving. I mean, just, it's like, well, that can't be right. There's still people working if life was all inclusive like that. That doesn't, it can't be like that. I mean, when one person has all inclusive, it means other people are working even harder. So those people on the cruise ships work so hard. So many long hours just to make us happy as guests. That's pretty awesome. This is going to be kind of tedious here. So if you want to skip and go ahead and go to the end, I don't blame you. Not really talking about anything important. Just life and the afterlife. Nothing serious. Ha ha ha. It's kind of fiddly, this part. I could have just chosen to not do this, but I think it needs that really dark and light contrast. I do like this. Oops. All the way down. There's just a lot of these. Sorry. I could have made that a little bit bigger of a grid so I didn't have quite so many of these to do, but I didn't. I think I'm going to do just these parts and not something in there. At least I don't think I am. I'm almost done getting my artwork up on my ceiling. in my studio. When I'm finished with that and I get my last piece of furniture in here, right now I've got a plastic table. I have a nice wood desk that's coming in. Once I get that done, I'll give you guys a studio tour. I know I promised that a long time ago, and I thought I would be done a long time ago. I thought, you know, like August, and here it is July. No, July. Oh my gosh. January. It's not July. It is January. And at the rate things are going and schedule-wise, it'll probably be February or March before I get completely finished, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to stress over it anymore. It will get finished when it's meant to be finished. But I do think after I'm done drawing here, I'm going to go take a break. Because, yeah, I need to go stretch. I need to get my eyes not focused on a close thing. If you notice that when you do a lot of drawing or reading, where your eyes are all focused on a close place, that it's hard to look up and look out, and things feel weird on your eyes. Yeah, you need to take a break for your eyes. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to go take an eye break, see what my son is up to. He bought a new array of hard drives. I don't know. I think he said 32 terabytes or something. Some crazy huge amount of hard drive space, because he does his own server in his room. That is the family, like this, you know, you've heard of a Google Drive? Well, we kind of have our own. We have our own server in my son's room that takes care of all of our backup, our photos, and sharing document place. Rather than using Google Drive or Dropbox or anything like that, we use our own server. And he was running out of space, believe it or not. But that's because the whole family uses it, not just the three of us, but the whole extended family, all the cousins and aunts and uncles, and yeah, there's a lot of people using it. So photos take up a lot of space. And movies. My son does a lot of downloads and buys movies, watches them, and that takes a lot of hard drive space as well. I don't usually download the movies. If I watch things, I watch them just streaming. I don't download them and save them for later. But he likes to buy them and save them for watching when he's offline somewhere. If he's traveling or whatever, he likes to have a movie with him. It's just not really my thing. Never has been. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to do anything in the middle of those squares. I'm just going to leave them like that. Just like that. Okay, so if you don't want to spend a long time doing fiddly stuff, don't do it small. Do it bigger. Just my 2 cents. Not that I'd mind doing it. Just figured you guys are probably tired of watching me do this. Oh no, I'm out of battery? How is that possible? Okay, well, I looked up and I saw that my camera says I'm out of battery, and I'm not exactly sure how that's possible because I just changed my battery. But maybe one of my batteries is no longer holding a charge. That's possible. So if this video unexpectedly stops, I'm going to put the name here for you real quick. Indecifleur. Okay, I'm going to put it like that so you can see I'm almost finished, but it may cut off on me unexpectedly. So I'm going to say a goodbye here, and hopefully you get to see the end, but you might not be able to. But the thumbnail will be the completed thing. And I'm sorry that this has taken so long. Wow. What the heck? Why did I... I'm usually better about keeping track of videos and how many times when I change my battery, but... Oh! Yes, never mind. I should have changed it. I'm not thinking well. Oh! I finished! Ah! Yay! Okay. I managed to get it done before the battery completely crapped out on me. So there we go. Indecifleur, or however you say it. But it came in good. I like it. You could probably shade if you want, but I think I like it just like that. It's making me happy. So I'm going to leave it just like this. You guys have a great day. I'm going to change my battery. I'm going to go take a little break. I will be back to do Innit, I-N-N-I-T, for Friday's video. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.